Hello and welcome to the Eyewitness Report Show, where your concerns are brought to light. Today, we have a combination of issues that affects us as a society, issues that cannot be ignored. How seriously do you think of the environment? Does its degradation bother you, or are you one of those who prefers to remain on the sidelines? Do you live with the notion that if it does not affect me directly, why should I be bothered? I suggest you think again, because the smoke emitting from this factory appears not to be disturbing anyone. But here's the bigger picture. The smoke hits the ozone layer, the Earth's protector from the sun, creating a hole that will cause greater damage to your health. I met with the head of the Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, LASEPA, who explained the effects of pollution.
Pollution is about alteration to the environment through natural source or anthropogenic sources. That's human activities. That is what concerns you and I. We have air pollution, which is so common through vehicular emission, through generators, through dump sites, and so many other ways, right? But most common air pollutants are carbon monoxide, sulfur oxides, nitrogen oxides, hydrocarbon VOC, and particulate matters. Particulate matters is the most toxic of the air pollution, the air pollutants. You understand? They are so toxic in the sense that they are metals, heavy metals, lead, cadmium, mercury, arsenic, right? They are so toxic to the environment. And you see, the sources of these air pollutants, I said earlier on, like through vehicular emission. You see, all over the state. In this state now, we have over 2 million vehicles plying our roads. Some of these vehicles have been abandoned overseas, and they are brought into this country, emitting a lot of smoke and causing a lot of things to the environment. And this can lead to the issue of global warming.
Another worrying trend is the way petrol stations are sited. You find them smack in the middle of residential areas. I think this is very unsafe, but what do I know? So I asked the professionals about this. The LASEPA boss and the head of the Lagos State Fire Service have their thoughts.
What we are talking about is fire safety, which we have interest in. Now, for anybody to site a filling station there, what you need to do is to ensure that you will have adequate fire protection system that can quickly mitigate if there's any emergency that wants to come up. And you have to be very at alert and be proactive. You don't wait for any fire to come up. Anything that's going to cause an hazard there, you have to ensure that quickly put it in the board. You nip it in the board. So as a result, if you have a fire station that is sited there, then it will not cause any havoc to the neighbors that are in and around that very area, a particular area.
Before you can site a petrol station anywhere in the world, you must conduct what we call an environmental impact assessment. Environmental impact assessment will identify any impact that business is going to have on the environment and how that impact will be mitigated, right? And the community where that project will be cited, will be carried along when you are conducting this EIA, right? And they must have input. We want to put this project in your area now, and these are the damages and how we can prevent these damages. You let them know. But in Nigeria, how many of these petrol stations will say they have EIA? When you approach them, they will say, DPR has given us approval. This one has given, we need to work together as a team to have a better environment for Nigerians.
So who's meant to be held responsible? I, for one, am uncomfortable having a petrol station as my neighbor.